A common theme my whole life has been my love for animals. It started at a very young age. My dad had horses, and so I started riding when I was like 5 years old, and he would take me to farms almost every weekend. So I got a lot of exposure that way as a child. And then later in life, I worked in veterinary hospitals in high school, and then I went into animal science, animal agriculture in college. Intended to go into vet school, ended up in research instead, doing vaccine research, largely working on animal-based diseases. I was always drawn to farming and raising animals, and I would have like chickens and turkeys and things like that at home, and a big garden. And I got to a point in my career where I could either pursue higher education, get a PhD, move forward with that, or I could give farming a real try. So I decided to quit my job, and I went and interned and apprenticed with some other farmers. Did that for about 3 years, and then finally took the leap and bought some land, and here we are. There are a lot of resources out there for people trying to start small businesses, but there's not a lot that is specifically geared towards farming. It's a very volatile sort of financial gamble. You can lose a whole crop in one bad day. So what Feast Down East has done with their Emerging Farmer program has really opened up those resources to local farmers that are trying to get started, that are trying to learn more about how to run a better farming business. It's really hard to find time to get away from the farm, to focus on business training. They've set up training for us where the farmers actually get paid to be there. So it's a great incentive. It makes us all show up. And then once you can get a bunch of farmers in a room, we all want to talk shop. We all want to learn from each other. We want to know what works for you and what didn't work for somebody else. And that networking aspect really, really helps. That's a huge part of learning how to do things better. Is talking to other farmers in our community. I would encourage any beginning or new farmer to get involved in the Emerging Farming program. There's a wealth of knowledge that's shared at those meetings. They're really great about finding good speakers to cover things like organic or GAP certification, marketing tools, what things grow well here, organic practices that work well in this area. So they're very connected not only with the local farming community, but also local buyers and land stewards. And so they can make all those connections for you, and it'd just be a great resource.